All right, so today we're taking a deep dive, and it's focused on Apostle Johnson Suleman,
Okay.
but it's not like a straight biography.
Right.
We're actually looking at just one little piece of information,
Gotcha.
and it's really interesting. At least I think so.
Mm.
It's from someone who really clearly admires him,
Okay.
and it's about the impact he has
Yeah.
and how dedicated he is to helping others.
So we're looking at his impact through like a personal lens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
It's just this little window,
Yeah.
and I think it says so much.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from how a person is viewed by others.
Totally. So in this excerpt, the person says it's just wonderful to see the positive impact,
Mm-hmm.
and they praise his dedication to helping others, and it's like
Yeah.
you can just feel that admiration.
Yeah, definitely.
But before we get too far into that, can you maybe give us a little context for anyone who might not know
Sure.
who is Apostle Johnson Suleman?
So Apostle Johnson Suleman, he's a pretty prominent figure in Nigeria.
Oh.
I think a lot of people know him as a televangelist,
Hmm.
and he's the leader of Omega Fire Ministries International.
Okay.
It's a church, and it's got a pretty global reach, actually.
Wow. So not just Nigeria.
No, it's international.
Interesting.
But what's interesting about him, I think, is that it goes beyond just preaching.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, he's known for his style, it's dynamic, very engaging,
Right.
but he's also really focused on social welfare,
Okay.
particularly helping people who are less privileged.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and there's this one story I remember where he actually stepped in to stop a mob from attacking this young man
Oh, wow.
who was accused of stealing.
Really?
Yeah, but instead of punishment or anything like that, he offered the guy a job
Wow.
and support. So he really believes in second chances and actually helping people to rehabilitate themselves.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it is.
So it really sounds like he puts his beliefs into action.
Um,
And I think that adds like a whole other level to this whole admirer thing we were talking about.
For sure.
Because they talk about how his work brings about blessings and positive change.
Mm-hmm.
So what could that actually look like? Based on what we know about his work, what are some examples?
Well, think about it like this. Someone whose life has been completely changed
Okay.
by what the church is doing.
Right.
Like maybe they were struggling financially,
Yeah.
and they got help from the microloan program that the ministry has.
Oh, right. So they could start a business.
Exactly, and get back on their feet.
Wow.
Or maybe they've seen how their whole community has benefited
Mm-hmm.
from these outreach programs that Omega Fire Ministries does,
I see.
which often focus on education and healthcare for those in need.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I think those types of things, that could definitely feel like blessings
Yeah.
and positive change.
Right. So those words in the excerpt, blessings and positive change.
Yeah.
They're pretty simple words, but it sounds like they carry so much weight.
For sure. I mean, it's really personal. It's
Yeah.
about real experiences.
And it's not just about like one big thing he did.
Right.
It's like a chain reaction
Exactly.
spreading out to the whole community.
It's about showing up all the time,
Mm-hmm.
offering different types of support and really believing that people can do better.
Wow. That's a really good point.
That kind of dedication, it can really create hope
Yeah.
and, start a whole movement of positive change.
So I think what we're seeing here is even a tiny glimpse into how someone sees Apostle Johnson Suleman. It tells us a lot
Definitely.
about how faith and service can really inspire people.
Yeah, and I think it also makes you think,
About what?
like, what about us?
Yeah.
What can we do, even in our own lives,
Right.
to create positive change no matter what our beliefs are?
It's a really good question.
It's something we should all think about, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a really interesting deep dive.
It has.
Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
And everyone listening, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.